we're just going to we're going to do a little pair deck again today. Little interaction with our verbs. If you guys would pull out or pull up or open or whatever you need to do, the notes that we had that's got your list of all of the verbs with the endings and the stuff like that. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna set you up with the pair deck with the code, and then I'll put it up on screen. And we're just gonna answer. We're just gonna do some basic question and answer there on pair deck and practice with your verb endings and stuff. Kind of continue where we picked up and went through last time. We'll continue with that. And I actually have 20 slides to go through, but I don't know that we'll get all the way through them. We may have to skip around a little bit. So let me pull this up for you guys and set us up to the pair deck here. So let's do this. I'm going to share the screen with you guys so you can see. Let's do this. All right. Then I need to move this out of the way. Wait a minute. Hang on, don't join that yet. Let me close this for just a sec. Start. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, can you guys see that code? Good. We're gonna hang on. Joinpd.com and then BHNFW for your code there once you get there. Okay. Okay, so obviously that first screen, there's nothing to do there. You have nothing to do there other than to just wait, obviously. So let's take a look at the first question. And again, remember, all we're doing is practicing with the conjugation, either the definition of what the words mean, or using those endings to talk about who it is that's doing the action. This is our first question. It's going to be a multiple choice question. So you will have a little thing there that says answer. Just click that, and you can switch back and forth between the two. Find the ending. So what? Let's pull up our responses. Let's pull up our responses and move this to the side here. So that nosotros ending, we're going to have D for visitamos. That's all we're doing, is just trying to match the two with the endings. So again, we also have to remember, gosh, I can't minimize this. We also have to remember that we also have to pay attention to what kind of verb it is, whether it's an AR verb or an ER verb or an IR verb. It doesn't necessarily always affect it, but we do have to pay attention to that. Because if it's like an IR verb, that would be visitimos or whatever. But for the most part, when it's nosotros, it's always going to be an AMOS or an IMOS or something like that. So, so nosotros visitamos. Again, we don't have to worry about what the word means yet. We're just trying to match the endings up. Okay, let's do another one like this. Let's try this one. So I have the verb beber, and I have ella would be the person who's doing it. So what ending would we use? Let's take a look and see how we're answering. There you go. So for that verb beber, again, we got to recognize that it's an ER verb. And then the endings that go along with it from our ERs, from our endings. So right here, usted is in that bottom left. So we would use not the A, but the E because it's that ending. And we come up with baby, okay? Okay, next one, here we go. We're gonna run this, move this a little more quickly. Escribir with yo. Let's go 10 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Gonna lock you out. All right, let's see. So escribir in the yo form, escribo. Yo escribo, I write or am writing. The yo form is always going to end with an O, and it will never change whether it's an AR verb or an ER or an IR. It's always going to be an O. That one isn't affected by what kind of verb it is. So let's try this. Let's try trabajar. The verb trabajar in the to form. That's you. So same thing. Let's go about 10 seconds here. See if you can figure out which ending it would be. Use your notes if you need to. Five, four, three, two, uno. Lock them out. How's our responses look? Tu trabajo, tu trabajas, or tu trabaja? 1, 2, and 1, the B's are correct. Trabajas, tú trabajas. You work or you are working. Don't forget, let's unlock this for a sec. Don't forget that when we look at our endings, we have to think about whether it's an AR verb or an ER-IR verb to figure out which ending that we would use. But once we do that, then it's just a matter of deciding, knock off the last 2 letters, and then hook the new ending with it. Make the two, essentially we're making the 2 puzzle pieces join up together. Okay. Ooh. Let's go back to my presentation. Here we go. Let's hide this. All right, I got a couple more of these to do. Recibir is the verb. Mario is the subject here. Now you have to think a minute about where Mario fits, because it's not on one of those things on our little graphic. But Mario is essentially a he or an L. So which ending do you think would go with that for recibir? Okay, let's take a look. So Mario is a he. Recibo, recibe, or reciben. I have more wrongs than right. So C is our correct answer there. Recibe. Mario is a he. So again, let's look at our little chart there. So we know that Mario is a he. He's bottom left on our chart. Now, what's the corresponding ending that goes along with that? Bottom left. Now we just have to decide if we would use the A or the E. Recibir is an IR verb, so it's E. It's only A if it's AR. So Mario recibe. Mario recibe. Let's try this. Okay, so responder is my verb. It's an ER verb. Ellos is your subject. So which slot would we use? Five, four, three, two, uno. Okay, let's lock that out. Let's take a look. There we go. So is it respondes, responde, or responden? Correct answer there. Let's unlock your screens. Correct answer there is E, orange, responden. It's 2 people. Okay, anytime it's 2 people or 10 people or whoever it is, let's look at our endings. So ellos or ellas, it's essentially they. So that's in the bottom right corner of our graphic. So that's going to be EN over here. I think I have one more of these. Let's try this with leer in the yo form. Leer with the yo form. Yo is I. Five, four, three, dos, uno. Lock them up. Leer. There we go. Leo. Everybody but one. And this is letter C. Whoever said that, that's an easy mistake to make. So Leo. But remember, when we talk about doing the endings, we start off with the original verb, which is leer. Then we knock off the last 2 letters. That leaves us with LE, plus we add the O to it then. So our answer then becomes Leo. I don't know why I had respondemos. Oh, I didn't change my answer for that one. I'm glad nobody chose D, at least. Okay, so let's try the verb escuchar with the nosotros ending. Five, four, three, two, one. Escuchar with nosotros. Escuchimos, escuchemos, escuchamos. This is one where we have to think about whether it's an AR verb or an ER verb or an IR verb. Escuchar is the verb. It's AR. It's AR. So the ending that corresponds to it, escuchamos, letter C, escuchamos. So if I unlock you guys, I don't know who it is that's got letter A, but switch your answer to C. Put your correct answer in for me. There we go. So escuchamos. Now, if the word is like vivir, for example, maybe we would have to have emos. Or if it's comer, it would be comemos. All right. Let's try bailar, the verb bailar with the to ending. Five, four, three, two, uno. Let's lock them out. Let's see how you did. Bailas, very good. So again, bailes could fit, but it's not an ER verb or an IR verb. So bailes or bailis, gotta be bailas. Very good. Bueno, próximo, next one. The verb is vender. Usted is our subject. So which ending would we use for vender? Five, four, three, dos, uno. Move. Very good. Vende. Usted vende. You sell. Okay. Again, paying attention not only to which ending that we use, but also whether the verb is AR, ER, or IR to get to our responses there. Okay, here we go. Two people, Ana y Jose. The verb is asistir with Ana y Jose. Asistir is to attend. Five, four, three, two, one. Lock them out. Asistin or asistan or asisten. Okay, now this is tricky. Most of us said asistin, but the correct answer is actually C, asisten. Now, why is it not asistin? If we go back and look at our verb endings, there is no IN answer. It is usted, sorry, it's two people. It's ellos, it's essentially they. So we're using that bottom right-hand ending, except there is no IN option there. There's only the AN option or the EN option. AN if it's an AR verb, EN if it's either ER or IR ending. There is no I ending. So back to our options there. Asisten is our only option. Fix it, you three, whoever you are. So make it asisten instead of asistin.
It's locked.
What?
It's locked.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about now? Bueno, muy bien. Okay, let's do this. This is going to be a little different now. We're going to put this in a real world context. Same kind of situation though. Miguel siempre blank in español. You're going to choose which one you think it should be to fill in this, to complete the sentence correctly here. You have to think about who your subject is. In this case, it's Miguel. Think about where he would fit on the chart, which ending would match. Which ending would we use? All right, let's take a look at how we're doing here. Miguel siempre, yep, we're a little spread out there. So, Miguel siempre, is it hablas, habla, or hablo? So where does Miguel fit on our chart? Miguel is a he, one guy. So we're going to use that bottom left ending. Bottom left over here is, now we got to decide whether it's an A or an E. Is it an AR verb or is it an ERIR verb? It is an AR verb. So Miguel habla. There we go. Miguel siempre habla en español. Let's take a look at, same sentence here. Miguel siempre habla en español. Translate it for me. Tell me what you think it means. Now you got to think about not only what it means, but also like what the definition of the word is to talk about what Miguel does. Miguel siempre habla en español. I'm going to throw your answers up here. Yeah. Actually, technically speaking, you guys, yes, we're correct there. So we're looking at the word habla. We have to know that hablar is to speak, and then we put the pieces together to go with Miguel. It becomes Miguel speaks. And technically speaking, to say Miguel siempre habla español, it would be Miguel always, siempre is always, Miguel always speaks Spanish. But again, essentially, we have to get the basic building blocks of the sentence, which is Miguel who's doing it, and hablar is the verb, that the action that he's doing, and we put those two pieces together for Miguel speaks. And then we can, once we have the two pieces, Miguel and speaks, we can then build around the rest of it from practice. All right, let's try this. Mis amigos blank tacos. Which one? All right, let's take a look here. Mis amigos, is it comen? Is it comes? Or is it como? So mis amigos, so again, we're making a little bit of a jump here. Let's hide this for just a second. Let's go back and look at our chart. So where does mis amigos mean? My friends. Which on the left chart, where would they fit? My friends. That's going to be in ellos. It's they. It's two people or 10 people or whatever. So if we know we're in that bottom left-hand slot, when we come over to the right chart, we're going to use the left-hand slot again. We have the option of either AN or EN. Now, is the verb an AR verb or is it an ERIR verb? If we go back and look, comer is the verb. So which of those endings are we going to use? Let's check your responses there. Now we're getting there. So is it comen or comes? Back to our endings over here. Comen or comes? Where are they going to fit? Correct answer there? Yeah, comen. Mis amigos comen tacos. Wonderful little sentiment. I hope that I just had tacos last night for dinner, by the way. Okay, so mis amigas. And again, this doesn't matter whether it's all guys or all girls. It's just a group of people. It's more than, if it's more than one person, it's going to be the equivalent of either ellos or ellas. Both of them use the same ending, whether it's guys or girls. Okay. All right, here we go. Illustrate. So draw me a picture here. Mis amigos comen tacos. You got to obviously translate it, but then draw me a picture of that. Mis amigos comen tacos. Huh. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to run this quickly. I'm going to go 30 seconds. Put a 30-second timer on your artwork. Five, four, three, two, one more. All right, let's see what we came up with. Mis amigas comen tacos. What do they do? Hey, look at there. That's pretty good. Mis amigas comen tacos. Perfect. Very simple taco. Somehow the yellow shell and green lettuce is really all you need to indicate it. That's perfect. Muy bien. All right, let's unlock you guys there. Okay, let's try this. So let's go back. Let's do the same thing. Let's look at a kind of a real world sentence. María y yo blank el libro. Now think about who this subject is. It's not just Maria and it's not just yo. It's María y yo. That's two people. So we know it's going to be on the right side of the chart. Now, is it going to be we, they, y'all? What is it going to be? Think about what your ending should be there to go with María y yo. That means we. All right, here we go. So, María y yo abrimos. So yes, the original verb is abrir. If we go back and look at our list, it is an IR verb, abrir, right there. So now the ending, the nosotros ending to go with an IR verb is IMOS, abrimos. So María y yo abrimos el libro. Very good. Bueno. Okay, let's go back to translate. Same thing. Here's the exact same sentence. Now translate it for me. Just type what you think it means. María y yo abrimos el libro. Five, four, tres, dos, uno. So, María y yo abrimos el libro. Maria and they opened the library. Maria and I opened the library. This is not a library, but you're on the right track. Let me unlock you guys' screens for a second here. So, libro is not library, that's biblioteca. Library or libro is Somebody's typing. Let's see it. There we go. The book. El libro's book. And it's Maria y yo. So this answer, Maria and I open the book. Or we could also say Maria and I are opening the book. Either way. Okay, bueno. Let's scoot to the next one. We got one more here, or two, I think. So let's look at this sentence. Los estudiantes blank al museo. Think about where los estudiantes, which ending would it need? And then is the verb an AR verb, an ER verb, or an IR verb? Which ending corresponds? Five, four, three, two, uno. So los estudiantes viajan, viajamos, or viajas. So who are los estudiantes? Los estudiantes, let's take this off the screen for a second. Los estudiantes means the students, right? So if we look at our endings to go with los estudiantes, again, is los estudiantes I? Is it you? Is it we? Is it he or she? Is it we? Is it they? The correct answer here, los estudiantes, correct answer here should be actually A. You guys are, again, following the leader sometimes doesn't get you there. So why do we say A and not C for the correct answer? Because, again, working backwards, the word viajas means you. And when we say los estudiantes, we can say the students, but we can also say they. We can't say the students and switch it out for you because we're talking about them, not to them. Okay. So los estudiantes viajan al museo. Students are traveling to the museum, right? Los estudiantes viajan al museo. Okay, last one. Illustrate it. I'm gonna put this up live. So los estudiantes viajan al museo. Draw me a picture for that. Los estudiantes viajan al museo. Perfecto. The school bus is a good way to illustrate that. I assume that's a school bus. Five, four, three. Okay, let's finish them up there. Yeah. So, and los estudiantes viajan al museo. So we can do like, we know that they're traveling. We have to show that they're traveling. That's viajar. So they're walking in some way or using the yellow to make it a school bus. And then giving some indication of el museo, that's museum, to indicate where they're going. Very good. Okay, so let's finish that off. Okay, let's try one more on your own. So here's what we want to do. I'm just going to tell you the word, and I'm going to have you, number one, draw a picture, and number two, write a sentence, okay? Here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to use the verb. Let's use the word hablar, okay? Think about what it means. And then I want you to write me a simple sentence and then illustrate it as well. So just like this, the sentence that's on our screen now. Los estudiantes viajan al museo. You choose who's doing it and use the ending that goes with it. So the verb is hablar. I want you to make me a very simple sentence with the verb hablar and then draw me a picture that goes with it. Here we go. So I'm going to give you a drawing prompt here. If I can find it. Where's my drawing? Here we go. Last one to finish it off. So use the verb hablar. Make me a sentence and a picture that goes with it to illustrate it. Make sure you use the correct ending to say who's doing it. I'm going to put your responses up here. Yeah, perfecto. Okay, let's go like, let's do a 10 count, 10 seconds. 5, 4, finish them up. 3, 2, 1. Muy bien, so, here we go. Yo hablo español. Okay, I'm assuming this is somebody's mouth with the speech bubble. There we go. Yo hablo español. No hablo español. I don't speak Spanish. I'm guessing this is the person to whom you're talking. No hablo español. Bien. Yo hablo cuando quiero expresar una idea. I speak when I want to express an idea. There we go. That's a nice little stick person. Okay, let's finish this off here. So I'm going to log you guys out. I'm going to save this session. You guys can log yourselves out. I'm going to close this out with SP3. I'm going to save that. All right, let's stop our screen share. Very good. So we were a little bit of, again, just using the endings to go along with the verbs, trying to keep it very simple, but also kind of trying to apply the concept of not only thinking about the ending, what ending goes with it, but also trying to put it in a real world situation where you're thinking about, number one, what the verb means, but also then which ending goes along with it and putting those together and stuff. Anybody have questions about how that works? Anybody still confused with how that works? I know that it's not always easy, but again, repetition of doing it again and again and again, it does kind of lend itself to getting easier as you practice with it. All right, that's a nice ceiling fan there, Brielle. Questions, comments? None? Okay, so then we're gonna wrap up with that. I don't have any homework for you guys to do that goes along with that. We will have some for next time, but for this time, that's where we're gonna leave it. We're gonna take our verb conjugations that we did with this, and we're gonna bump it up a little bit with a little bit of the with the command things that we have talked about in the past. We're gonna try to move that along a little bit, but still dealing with the same basic elements, which is the infinitive verb, AR, ER, or IR, the ending that goes together, and then matching those two pieces up to indicate who's doing the action, okay? Are you showing me a tube of toothpaste, Brittany? Or are you just, telling me I need,
playing with it.
are you telling me I need to brush my teeth? Necesito cepillarme lo dientes.
Cream. It's
Oh, okay.
ointment cream.
Brielle, where's your fan that's blowing? Ha, I knew it.
All right, guys.
Hey, Randy,
Well,
I sent emails out this morning of those who had things missing.
okay,
So make sure you guys are checking
okay.
your email and your missing work. Make sure you get those in.
Awesome. Okay, other questions, other comments? If not, we're gonna finish it off. Okay, guys. I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you. Adios.